some really good players across the pitch, Leinster, interprovincial, so we know there's going to be a massive challenge for us today.
Belvedere College were convincing winners in their quarter-final against Newbridge, and the Dublin team come into this game with a rich vein of form. Up front, they will once again look to the outstanding Alex Soroka and captain Aaron Coleman to lead the way, while in a backline that contains highly exciting scrum half Patrick Lyson and playmaker Justin Leonard at 10, there is certainly plenty to get the supporters excited. Caelan Mulvaney comes in at centre alongside John Mara, and Matt Grogan moves back to the wing. Rory Dwyer will steady the ship from full-back. St Michael's come into this fixture with an unchanged squad, having from that which knocked out the Rock in their quarter-final match. There are a raft of Leinster and Ireland representatives throughout the squad and a wealth of experience to boot. Once again, Michaels will look to influential backs Conor Gilsnan, who was outstanding in the quarter-final, along with the hugely talented Chris Cosgrave in the centre and Niall Carroll at out half. Up front, captain Mark Hernan was a contender for man of the match in the quarter-final, and with the ball carrying Will Hickey at 8 and the powerhouse John Fish in the second row, they're a formidable force. Well, the supporters getting excited for this one, as are we, as Belvedere make their way out towards the pitch. We were treated to a feast of rugby here yesterday when Gonzaga won their way through to their first ever Leinster Senior Schools Cup final. And Bernard, we're expecting something similar today, I think.
Yeah, we certainly should get another great game. I think you mentioned both sets of halfbacks. I think they're going to be key. There's a bit of wind. Both packs are capable of winning quality ball, and I think it's the halfbacks from each team who control and use that ball best who are going to help the team win the game.
St Michael's make their way out onto the pitch in front of their supporters. Excitement levels building on both sides' supporters at this stage as they get ready for this classic encounter. Both teams just getting organised. There will today be a moment's silence. Referee Nigel Carroll just organising the teams around him. There we see today's referee Nigel Carroll, and he will be assisted by touch judges Tom Colton and Damien Deegan. There's going to be a moment's silence, as I mentioned, for Tash Mulligan, wife of Kieran Mulligan, president of Lansdowne Football Club, who has died suddenly. The family have strong connections with St Michael's. One son is in the school and another son is a recent past pupil.
Mulligan family has strong connections with St Michael's. One of the sons is in the school and another son is a recent past pupil.
Great respect being shown here by both sets of supporters for Tash Mulligan, the wife of Kieran Mulligan, and we offer our sincere condolences to the Mulligan family at this sad time.
You won the toss, didn't you?
Well, conditions are somewhat colder than they were yesterday, but the weather and the rain that came so heavily last night has abated, and it's dry here at the moment with little or no wind. Belvedere will be the team to get us underway. They're playing from right to left in that black and white strip of theirs, with Michaels set to receive this restart from Justin Leonard. Really, really exciting. This is the fixture, Bernard, that everybody has been looking forward to of the two semi-finals. Probably felt that this is going to be the real humdinger. I'd say you can't wait for this one.
Yeah, it should be a brilliant game. Both teams are full of quality.
Yeah, Leonard gets us underway. It's well taken by Andrew Smith at full-back.
No hands, come on!
No mistakes for him early on. That'll do his confidence the world of good. Michaels now ease their way into this game. Robert Gilsonan, the very talented scrum half, with his first action of the game. Getting that pass out. Looks to set himself into a position to get a box kick. Put some distance on that one. That one's gone a little bit too far. Rory Dwyer deals with that well. Good step back inside from the Belvedere full-back. Makes the ball available. It's moved on. Taken forward now by Soroka. Big tackles coming in.
Tackle!
John Finley tried to hold him up, but he's told to release by the referee. Again, big hits coming in as both teams try to work each other out at this early stage. Involved early. Soroka helping out his tight head prop Cagney. Oh, to Leonard, he moves it on. Oh, pressure on Marr early, coming up from Michaels. They shot up out of that line on that occasion. Now Carroll steps in at scrum half, ships it on to Jack Ginnan.
Number 4, arms behind, seal off, contest still.
And Stephen Woods is judged to have come in and sealed off the ball on that occasion. And straight away, it's turnover and penalty to Belvedere.
In the tackle up there. Make sure you wrap. Yeah.
Justin Leonard just making sure of that one. We see it here again. Carroll just ships that ball out to Ginnan, but you can see clearly there. Stephen Woods just comes in too quickly and seals that ball off. So first line out of this semi-final today, Andrew Sinnott for Belvedere.
Halfback.
Gets the instructions from Hugh Flood. They've shortened it down to a 4-man line-out. Forwards standing out there in the back line. A little bit of movement. Soroka's the target. He takes it well. A little bit scrappy, but he gets there in the end. Good competing there from John Fish of Michaels. Ball is there and available for Lysett. Moves it out to Grogan, who's shifted to the wing from that quarter-final, back to his more natural position of winger. Big hit going in there by the captain, Mark Hernan, and he seems to have hurt himself from that challenge, getting up rather slowly. Michael certainly won't want to lose him. It's taken forward now by Jones. Lysett moves it out. Big clear out comes in again from Belvedere. Lysett trying to organise some players around the corner. Tries a little flick back inside. No room there. Michael's defence standing firm. Lysett thinks about going down the blind side, but uses Leonard back on this short side. A little bit isolated, but the support comes in well from Marr to clear it out. Cagney has a go, drops the shoulder. Still Conor Cagney driving forward. He's made 10 metres, the tight head prop, but just knocked it forward as he hit the ground. Big run there from the tight head, Bernard.
Yeah, Conor Cagney's a key man for this Belvedere team in terms of getting him go forward. He's a very, very powerful ball carrier. We see him here. He gets the latch on, just leg drive. Gets 4 or 5 metres over the game line. He's just a little bit unlucky as he goes to ground. But as fairness, it's really good defence from the Michael second row.
Very first one over there.
John Fish, who rips the ball and forces a knock on.
Yeah, well, I suppose he probably felt he needed to make more of an impact at the point where he hit him first. Didn't do that, so tried to find another way to regain possession and rip that ball well as he was going forward.
Yeah, I think Michael's coaches will be very happy with that defensive set. Yeah, they're getting some really big hits, really good line integrity, and knocking Belvedere back.
Hooker, that's the middle. Go to the left.
John Fish, second row for Michaels, had a big game in the quarter-final. One of the standout players.
That's the middle, left. Yeah.
First scrum now. For St. Michael's, Robert Gilsonan will get a chance to put this in to the scrum, and he'll be looking for a solid platform to try and release Carroll, who's lined up all the Michael's backs lined up on that left-hand side. Mark O'Brien. And Kelly coming in from the wing to offer options as well.
Follow that through now during the game. Let's go. Give me a gap there, yeah. Keep a gap for me.
Both sets of front rows just working each other out at this early stage, but referee making it clear that he wants it sorted out early. Nigel Carroll is not in the mood for hanging around at scrum time all day, which suits us fine.
Bind. Set.
Gilson now puts it in. Good scrum from Belvedere, trying to get some pressure on, but it goes to ground. Just a slip, I think, is the call from the referee. Hugh Flood trying to get a little bit of an angle and a nudge on Fionn Finlay, his opposite number.
Let him put the ball in.
A bit of fun and games going on the far side as Patrick Lycett tries to mess around with Robert Gilson as he puts the ball into the scrum. Referee wise to it though.
Crouch. Bind.
Try again.
Set.
Solid scrum this time from Michaels. It's there for Gilson, but again it goes down on the tight head side, but
Forward.
Carroll
Back, pancake down.
speaks to Fionn Finlay. Says he got his legs back behind him, not keeping them forward underneath himself, and from the pressure that was coming in from Hugh Flood against him, collapsed on the ground and turns over decent Michael's ball and hands the initiative back to Belvedere.
Yeah, Belvedere putting real pressure. That was just reset scrum. You can just see Finley's legs went from underneath him there, and you know it was a bad picture for the referee. But you have to credit Belvedere for the pressure putting on Michael's front row.
And we've seen it now with the line out. First one went well. Call is coming in again from Hugh Flood. They've put 6 into this one. Cormac Yaloe is standing in that scrum half position. Good line out, well taken. Set them all up quickly. He comes in from the crowd. Lycett has to use it. Shifts it out along to John Marr, but he loses it forward in the tackle. Turned over again by Michaels, this time by Will Hickey, the number 8. Gilson gets it to Carroll.
Advantage over.
And he makes a decent clearance and finds touch just shy of the 10-metre line.
Yeah, we just saw that line out from Belvedere. You know, taking back to the Blackrock game in the quarter-final where Michaels blocked off the middle and back, but Blackrock kept looking to win the ball at the back and lost a lot of line-outs. You see there, Belvedere happy to throw to the front and just try and get possession and create a maul to try and tuck into Michaels forward.
I suppose early in the game they want to just get the confidence levels up for the hooker Andrew Sinnott, make sure that this line-out doesn't collapse. They've gone to 5. Michaels have 6 in the line-out. Referee is saying play on, they go. Soroka gets off the top to Lycett. Hey, dummies, knew that Hernan was coming through there. Didn't throw the pass, didn't risk the interception. Good play from the scrum half. Marr steps in at 9. Lycett back to his normal position again. It's taken forward. Cagney steps back inside. Defence is good though from Hickey.
No, he's off it.
They go quickly back down this blind side. It's taken forward by Hugh Flood. Good run from the loose head.
Tackle!
He goes to ground. Ball's available. Lycett gets it outside to Marr. He tries to find a way through, but the tackle is strong coming in. Combined tackle coming in there from Lee Barron. And Chris Cosgrave. It's still there for Belvedere though. Cagney involved again.
Off feet!
Leonard now with some space on the outside. Puts a lovely short ball back inside. Dwyer was just caught short. Lycett again. He's Soroka outside him. He takes a step back inside, goes forward, makes another meter. Ball's there and available. Cagney makes himself available. He drops the shoulder and goes straight in to Lee Barron, who tackles him well.
Now the ball's
available there for Lycett. Referee.
He's trapped on the field player.
It's clear. Leonard is lined up, but the Michaels defence, the blue line facing up against them, so they go back down that blind side to Soroka. He shifts it out along, maintaining possession well here, Belvedere. Cagney involved again, slips off the first tackle as it comes through from John Fish. They go quickly. Yaloe goes around the corner. He makes a meter. Quick ball now available. Isaac looks to go around the corner. Leonard gets it all the way out to the wing, but it's been called back for knock on.
Knock on the ground.
Knock on the ground is the call from referee Nigel Carroll. Just as Matt Grogan thought he'd found some space on that outside channel with a brilliant pass from Leonard, they're called back.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for Belvedere. They've worked really well and really hard to try and create a little bit of space on the outside for their left wing, Matthew Grogan, and he's very quick. So, but it's a little bit of a problem with the 4G surface. Sometimes when the ball presentation, the back of the ruck, the ball can't slide forward a little bit if you don't keep your hand on it. So, he'll be. Belvedere number 9, Patrick likes to be asking his forwards to make sure they get really good ball presentation so he can get the ball to Leonard and likes to Grogan out wide.
We've seen it happen quite a few times in these games. When the ball does hit the surface, it tends to bounce a little bit more lively than it would on a grass surface, so players need to be conscious of that and need to be careful. So we go back for a scrum for that knock on, and Michaels and in particular Fionn Finlay will be very keen to get this one right, considering they gave away a penalty at the last one.
Crouch!
Nigel Carroll have split their back line. Michaels, Carroll is on the left, so we've got a 3-and-3 setup. This one's getting a bit messy now.
Guys. You two need to be steadier before we go now.
Belvedere's defence, well organised. Belvedere welcoming back Caelan Mulvaney into the centre for this game. Grogan had to move into centre in the quarter-final to cover for him. But he's moved back out to the wing, and Mulvaney comes back into the centre. Now, ball's in from Gilson, and Michaels have it. It's at the base. And that one has just been knocked forward at the base of the scrum by Gilson, and that's all coming from the pressure that Belvedere are putting on, and in particular Hugh Flood is putting on. You just see it here. Pressure comes on, that little shift, you go to pick it up, it just nudges forward. Referee Carroll right there to see it. And once again at scrum time, Michaels hand the initiative back to Belvedere.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Rory Dwyer has come up on the left-hand side to an out-half position. And Lycett has gone right. It's good. Now Leonard has it. There's space out there. And Leonard drops his inside shoulder. It just makes a handoff, makes another 10 metres. They're now 7 short of that Michaels line. Cagney comes in for the carry. Fish has hit him high, but Cagney keeps driving forward. In come the rest of the Belvedere pack to try and get him over that line, but it looks like he's been held up. Strong blow the whistle there from referee Nigel Carroll, and the tackle release was the call. Big drive there from the tight head.
Yeah, huge drive, but all his forwards come in behind him, and I think it was a very good set piece scrum strike from Belvedere. Great control at the back of the scrum from Sirocco, and we've seen Justin Leonard all through this competition. He's got a really good sense of awareness on the gain line about whether the space is on for himself or to release the pass, and I think it's probably not a bad penalty for Michaels to give away, because I think if they had a quick ball there, would have been a score for Belvedere.
You can see from the touch judge's flag there that the wind certainly has picked up, that Belvedere are now playing into that. It's really started to pick up from a nice still afternoon. Great opportunity here for Belvedere. Lineout has functioned well so far. Andrew Sinnott has found his man on every occasion. Alex Soroka for the most part. So let's see where they go here. They go to the front and they set it up early. Coleman is there. In come the forwards. The drive is on. Ball is there at the back, but it's been collapsed by Michael, so there's a penalty advantage coming. So a free ball here for Lycett. He shifts it back. Oh, that one just spilling forward from in the hands from Marr as he went to go for that one, but referee not happy, deliberately collapsed, so he's going to have a word.
Quick succession. That was for you, not going inside of the ball. Discipline needs to improve in the red zone, or you can leave the center.
Warning Lee Barron of St. Michael's that It was him that collapsed that last ball. Discipline needs to improve. I'd imagine Belvedere will go for that corner again. Line out functioning very well. Good drive coming in. They'll feel they can get there if they can get this set up good and early. You can see that drive coming in again from the Belvedere forwards, but illegally collapsed by Lee Barron on that occasion. Again, good throw. Coming at the front, and in comes the drive. The ball is at the back. It's well set up. They need to be patient to get over that line. Where is it? Is it there?
Happy.
And they reach. Yep. Referee Nigel Carl right there. Brilliantly worked by the Belvedere forwards. Good line out thrown by that man, Andrew Sinnott. And he found himself in at the back of that maul, getting the drive on, stayed patient, didn't panic, waited until the rest of the forwards did the work, and then just guided it over in the corner, right in front of referee Nigel Carl. And the first score in this second Leinster Senior Cup semi-final goes the way of Belvedere, and well deserved, you'd have to say, Bernard.
Yeah, a very well constructed maul. Belvedere holding the jumper up in the air for a split second, which is stopping St. Michael's being able to sack it, and then they're getting the maul built really, really quickly. Really good body position, really good leg driving. You know, to win that strong, to get the opening try is a huge boost for Belvedere.
Justin Leonard now, left-footed kicker on his more favourable side for this kick. Eyes up the post, takes his step, goes through his form, strikes the ball, hits it well, but that wind, more effective than we realised, just dragging the ball back away from the posts to leave it short. So they failed to add the extra 2 points, but certainly for Belvedere College, into that bit of a breeze that we mentioned, the perfect start. Niall Carroll now for Michaels, puts it long. Alex Soroka is there, he takes it. Curly hair of his standing out amongst those Belvedere players, but he's wrapped up well.
Oh yes,
by Fionn Finlay on that occasion. And that's good work for the Michaels forwards. Finlay getting in there, holding up Soroka, the big number 8, not allowing him to get down near that ball and forcing that turnover ball.
Only kicks an open play.
Yeah, that's a big momentum shift for St. Michael's. They've struggled to get any purchase in this game, and you know they targeted who's a key man for Belvedere, Soroka, the big number 8, and held him up. And it'd be interesting to see if they can get quality ball off the set piece, because they have struggled at scrum time.
Well, we're 16 minutes into this game, and it has to be said we haven't seen anything from Michaels yet. They've had very little possession, haven't shown any of what we saw from them in their last quarter-final match against Blackrock, where they looked so convincing. So they'll be keen now to get things going, and this one's taken quickly by Will Hickey. Goes down that right-hand side, tries a little flick out the back, doesn't work on this occasion. Matt Grogan got his hands on it, but he knocked it on, but the referee was right there to say that the tackle coming in on Hickey was in fact high, and he gives a penalty. And now it's Michaels with the opportunity and a decision to make whether to go for the corner or go for the post. And they have in fact decided to go for the corner, and Chris Cosgrave nails that one and puts Michaels to within 10 metres of the Belvedere line. Yeah,
Belvedere a little bit over exuberant at the scrum time. Obviously getting a little bit of dominance there. Went for the early shove and gave a free kick, which gave Michaels a launch.
Barron with a good throw. It's taken well in the middle by Fish.
Come on! Come off the neck now!
The drive comes in now.
No, you're off your feet now, you can't.
Well defended though by Belvedere.
One stop!
Gilson has to come in, get his hands on that. Once is the call from the referee. He needs to move it. Move it he does. Out to Kelly. Kelly shifts it onto Cosgrave. It's a good ball from him. Gets it out to Andrew Smith. Smith puts it out on the wing. Mark O'Brien just tackled into the corner. Brilliant cover defence coming in there from Rory Dwyer to get across and make that all-important tackle on Mark O'Brien.
That's a brilliant attack and defence. Just a skill set from Michaels here to go wide. Quality passing, and you know, you put all money on a bit of try here. We want to tackle in the corner, put him in a touch, and hopefully he hasn't injured himself too badly, the fullback.
Seemed to stretch his shoulder a little bit when he had to reach for that tackle into the corner. It looked like Mark O'Brien. Perfect pass coming to him from Cosgrave, and it looked like he had found a way to get on the outside, but Rory O'Dwyer coming across from that full-back role to make the tackle in the corner and put his body on the line and save his team from what was a certain try. Brilliant work and brilliant defence from the Belvedere full-back.
We just see it again here. I think Belvedere did a great job to stop them all initially. Looked like Michaels were going to get momentum, but they stay in the fight. Good body position. You only see two heads up high, and then when Gilson releases his backs here, they use their open side wing. Edward Kelly to hold the defence, little ball at the back, and then really good passing. But as I said, this takes a hell of a tackle to stop a certain try.
Just looked like his right arm seemed to get dragged backwards and almost stretch it from the shoulder socket area. It's looking fairly serious. They're still in that corner as they try to get some running repairs on Rory Dwyer.
I'll be more aware of the next one, okay? Yeah, fair enough.
They're getting him back to his feet now, but doesn't look great at the moment. He's holding that right shoulder, and the medics are taking him over.
Has that still been made? We good to go?
And that's a sad sight to see for such an influential player.
Okay, just open up a little bit.
As his day appears to be done.
Yeah, Rory Dwyer is a very talented player, and we just saw how brave he is there.
Set your line in there, please.
Hopefully the injury's not too serious. If Belvedere progress to the final, then he could potentially play.
Dylan O'Grady comes in to the Belvedere side as they take that line out. Well executed again by Andrew Sinnott, but this time it was crooked according to referee Correll. And Michaels now will have a chance. They've elected to go for the scrum on that 5-metre line. And they'll really want to try and strike here, Bernard. Get back into this game immediately. Yeah,
that was unfortunate for the Belvedere hooker. Went to the front. Referee picked up that it wasn't straight, but if they can survive this set, it would be a huge boost for him, because I think Michaels will want to get a score and quickly get back in the game.
Set!
And we see Mark O'Brien standing in the out half position at the moment. Should the ball come off this scrum, they use him too. It's not a great pass though from Gilson, and it's too far in front of O'Brien. He's knocked it on. And now Grogan has it, and he'll try and run it out from the Belvedere 22.
Fine.
He gets up back up to his feet, release the ball. That's fine, says the referee. Nice it, using Cagney again to make the extra metre. He's shifted on to the bigger forwards. Lysett has Leonard outside him now. Imagine he'll look to try and relieve some pressure. Oh, what a step that was. Little dummy comes in. There's space on the outside, and Marr makes the perfect pass out to the new man, Dylan O'Grady. He's just cut short of the 22. Lysett puts it out to hooker Andrew Sinnott. Big clear out coming in from Belvedere, but it's been turned over, has it? Appears to be. Michaels seem to have their hands on. They do. Gilson now at the base of that ruck. Big turnover that from Michaels when they're under severe pressure with the attack coming in from Belvedere. Launched that big kick. It's well taken. Dylan O'Grady getting plenty of action since he's come onto the pitch.
No.
For the injured Rory Dwyer. Lysett now, and Leonard with Soroka on his outside. Look to set things up. There's Soroka. He drops the head. Makes another metre. Ball's there. Lysett to Leonard. Thinks it over the top. Gets it out to Grogan, who takes it on the run. He's well tackled by his opposite man, Edward Kelly. That was such an important tackle from Kelly to stop that attack. Leonard outside now to Sinnott, who steps back inside and looks for the support of his fellow forwards. Release is the call from the referee. Don't touch. Leonard puts it out to Cagney. He carries. Just dragged down by Carroll, who didn't come out well enough. There's a good break here. Marr passes it outside on just on that occasion. He takes the wrong decision. It's a yellow card.
It's very cynical. That could have been a certain try if he hadn't taken Leonard out. Leonard is attacking the line again, and he was there on the inside, but Yeah, it was right in front of the referee, but I feel Belvedere would have scored a try there.
Try was on both sides. John Fish making sure that he stopped that attack, but he's managed to get himself 7 minutes in the bin for his trouble. But what a break it was. Players both sides, and it came from nothing. Belvedere looked to try and run it from inside the 22, and Marr just stopped. He went to make the pass, saw that the Michaels defence had come forward. Everything just stopped. It was almost in slow motion. You see the ball comes out here. Leonard, brilliant break from him, and what an offload that was back inside to Mulvaney. But then he was taken out of it cynically, as we said, by Fish, and he wasn't able to get back on the end to receive that pass. And as you said, it was pretty much on for a try. Yeah,
on the inside where Leonard was, it was on. In fairness, Michaels had cover on the right hand side where the ball eventually went, and it was intercepted. But I think brilliant break from Leonard. But before that, there was a great bit of skill where he put a crossfield kick in to Grogan. St. Michael's right wing, Ed Kelly's actually getting up in front. It's like an umbrella defence, and it's very hard to get a pass, but he went over through the kick pass, and beautiful piece of skill.
Sorry.
Decision to be made here now by Belvedere. They have the scrum. Leonard has the ball. I'm not sure if they are going to go for the corner or a shot at post, but given how well their line-out has functioned so far, I wouldn't be surprised to see them go for that corner and try to set that maul up again.
Good.
We just had the one try today, and that's come from that line-out maul. Well set up again by Belvedere. And Andrew Sinnott with a good throw finds himself at the back of that maul. Good patience. They don't panic when they get into that area. He bides his time, waits for the rest of the forwards, and they drive it over for that first score. And indeed, they have elected to go for that corner, and that is a brilliant kick to put Belvedere on that 5-metre line. And Sinnott will be looking for a repeat performance from this line-out as the forwards come out of the huddle. Decision made. And I think you could bet with your light that they're going to be going for Soroka.
I'll move out of the way.
Which they do, and they'll set that maul up again. Now, can Michael stop it? Good counter drive coming in from St. Michael's. That's one, says the ref, but Belvedere have re-established that forward momentum again. Ball is there at the back of that drive in the hands of Owen Rutledge. He goes an extra metre. They're held up short, just 2 metres shy now. Cagney picks. The pick and drive is on. In comes the support.
Come off, please!
From John Moore.
No.
They're just short. Michael's desperately trying to defend. The pick and drive goes again, but he's short. They organise again. In the call, that's a drive and a reach. Short is the call from Carl.
Advantage.
Superb defence coming in from Michaels. Advantage being played by the referee. There is an offside.
Let it go.
And now you see Soroka trying to wriggle his way over, but you can't do that, says the referee.
You can't do that from the ground.
Can't get in there and twist and turn. Michaels dangerously close to giving away another try. The defence desperately tackling there. They've gone for a scrum on this occasion, Belvedere. A bit surprised with that one. I thought they might go back to that line-out that had worked so well for them. We just see this passage of play again. There's the reach. It looked like he made it here to me. That's a try.
I think it might have been a boot underneath it, Reggie. The referee was in a great position, but it did look like a try.
Well, it's so difficult for the referees, but they don't have the luxury of TMO. They don't have the luxury of these replays that we have here in a professional setup with the TMO. They would have gone upstairs and looked at that, and I think it would have been given. But you can't fault referee Correll on that occasion. He was in the perfect position, and Belvedere a little bit unfortunate that he didn't spot that one as it went over, but they still have a fantastic attacking opportunity here with a scrum 5 metres out and just to the right of the Michaels post. Ball is there for Lyson with a scrum. Big drive from Michaels, drives back into that one to turn it over. And Belvo are getting the put into this one again. But what a shunt that was from Michaels.
Yeah, that's a big reaction from St. Michaels. They very nearly got a turnover there, put huge pressure on the Belvo scrum, and Belvo probably lucky to get a chance to have a go again.
See that scrum go again, and it's a big drive from Michaels.
Crouch.
The ball appeared to go loose and get back in, but
because there's a man in the bin, Reggie, there's only 7 in the scrum, and he sees Sirocco at first receiver here, and they're going to try and use him to get over.
And now he drops his shoulder. He's well tackled. They're clinging on Michaels at this stage. Carroll having to make that big tackle on him. The ball goes out, and it's a great try in the corner. Superb skill coming in from Belvedere to get that pass out. And it looks like Dylan O'Grady, who has come on for Rory Dwyer, who's managed to get that score. Watch it here again. Lyson, look at that pass. It's brilliant to Soroka. He keeps his composure, goes to ground, presents the ball well, and Lyson is there. And again, it's the speed of that pass, and then the little flick on from Aaron Coleman. Outstanding play for him to push that ball out on the outside for O'Grady.
Yeah, that's a brilliant bit of skill. You're so often we see forwards just trying to take contact there, but he realised O'Grady was free on the outside, and a deft pass over the top, and a well-deserved try for Belvedere. Michaels are really rattled here. They haven't performed to the level that they did against Blackrock. Now they're behind on the scoreboard. It's going to be a real test of their resilience and mental strength to try and come back into this game. They definitely have the quality.
Yeah, they don't seem to be anywhere near the level they were in their last match. Justin Leonard now struggled the last time to make the distance. That breeze against him. Strikes it better this time. It's going in the direction of the post. Oh, and that one just hits the crossbar and comes back out again. Very, very unfortunate for Justin Leonard on that occasion. Just watch it here again. It looks like it's going to make it. Will it? Will it? Will it? No. Just hits the post and bounce back out. A let off for Michaels, and Carroll puts the ball back down, and that one is well taken by Matt Grogan. Belvedere now growing in confidence. 10 points of an advantage. Huge overlap on the right if they can go. They found the gap out to it. Sinnott with a bad pass. But it was dropped by Kelly.
Outside. Number 2.
And he'll be disappointed that he didn't take that one. And it's gone forward and then played by Blair in an offside position, and now Chris Cosgrave of Michaels elects to take a shot at goal to try and get themselves on the scoreboard and maybe settle things a little bit.
Yeah,
this
great
pass here, look.
Just a little bit behind, and in fairness, he picks it up in front as a natural reaction, but a great break for Michaels there, because Belva had a 3-man overlap, and their skill set has shown they're capable of getting that ball to wit. And I think that Michaels, the right decision to take the penalty here. They have a man in the bin, and they just need to settle themselves into the game a little bit and calm down.
You mentioned that Michaels aren't looking all that lively at the moment. It is only a week since they played, because that game was postponed against Blackrock initially. I wonder, is that having an effect on things, do you think?
Yeah, definitely. And I spoke to some of the coaches. They haven't been able to train with the same intensity. That was a very draining game against Blackrock, so maybe just a little bit lethargic.
Struck that one well. Chris Cosgrave, the talented centre for Michaels, Leinster and Ireland under-18 representative. Beautiful strike of the ball, and that'll feel good for Michaels. They feel like they've been under the cosh the whole way through this match, and yet they're only 7 points behind.
Yeah, exactly. It's not even the quality they have. They're capable of scoring, from deep at any second, and they'll get a man back from the sim bin in about a minute, I think.
Clever kick from Leonard. He goes short. It's tapped, but that one just going forward. That was a pre-rehearsed move for Rutledge to go up and chase that one back, as John Fish makes his way back onto the pitch after that sin bin. And Michael's making a change here now as James Power comes on to replace Fionn Finlay at tight head prop. He's been struggling with that heavily strapped right knee of his. So the replacement has been made. And a clever little kick from Belvedere there, just not working out on this occasion. Rutledge knocking it forward. Unable to get it back to his own man.
Let's get this right. Go, Michaels. Okay, let's go. Form up. That's fine where you are. You're fine where you are. Wait, okay? Crouch! Bind. Set.
Michaels with a chance.
Hold there now.
From this
Keep
scrum.
that
They
bind
performed
up.
well in the last one. Got fresh legs in that front
Hold
row.
two.
Belvedere try and get the pressure on. Gilston now gets it out to Cosgrave.
Wait.
They go to his
Yeah,
trusted
you're good now,
boot.
sorry.
Goes along with that kick. It's taken well. This time by Murphy. Nice it now. Puts it out to Cagney. He drops the shoulder. In comes the tackle from Fish. Back on after that sin bin. Nice it. Oh, the mistake there coming in from Cormac Yalloway, knocking that ball forward, and again a man in front of the play from that knock on, and you could see Captain Mark Hernan from St. Michael's really starting to build things, getting the troops going, shouting. That meant so much to him, and an opportunity again for Michaels to score 3 points.
Yeah, a couple of bad minutes for Belvedere. They probably had 25 minutes where they were flawless, didn't make any mistakes, and they just had 3 handling errors over the last 5 minutes, which has given Michaels real opportunity to get some points on the board.
Yeah, Chris Cosgrave, he certainly has the distance, and as we mentioned earlier, there is a breeze in his back. And you'd feel that if Michaels could get this one over, maybe the energy that has been lacking in their performance so far might find a way back into these players. Yep, strikes it. Oh, he struck it really well, but unfortunately he struck it well to the right. No shortage with distance, that's for sure, but just direction lacking on this occasion.
Yeah, he definitely has the range, and it looks like the wind is still as strong as ever. There's serious push behind that ball from the wind. I think Belvedere just need to settle down and try and get to half-time and keep the score 10-3. Obviously, Michaels will look to try and get back up here and build some pressure.
Yeah, they'll feel good about things going in at half-time if they have the lead, having played into that win. But Cosgrave now is trying to put that one in the corner. He dinks it in behind Matt Grogan, who watches it all the way back. And all the way back it goes to over the try line, and he dots it down for a Belvedere 22. And as we said, Belvedere will be very happy to play this down to half-time and try and go in with a 7-point advantage. Leonard goes long. The chase is on from his forwards. It's taken well by Carroll.
No, off.
Gilson now uses the forwards, taken on by Jack Boyle. Oh, good run by Boyle. He's bouncing players off him. What a run that was from the loose head prop. Taken out, Lycett in the midst of it all. Gilson now, there's space on the outside if they can move it, but they go to Boyle again, and he takes it another metre. That space has been taken away on that outside now. As Jack
he's fine. Ball's there.
Gannon takes it forward. Carroll puts it out the back door to O'Kelly. Tries to get some space. Get it out to that outside wing of Mark O'Brien. And it's been knocked forward. Touch judge making the call. Line out, in fact, is what he's given. Yeah, O'Brien just being shepherded towards that touchline. Big run here by Boyle. Skips through the first tackle. And then number 9, Patrick Lycett, the scrum half, coming in to try and make the tackle on the loose head prop. And usually that's one the prop will win.
Okay.
He's an incredible ball carrier, Jack Boyle. Belvedere have Conor Cagney, who's a huge part of their attacking game, ball in hand. But it's the loose head from St. Michael's. We saw him against Blackrock. He consistently gets over the gain line, and they need him now. They need players like him to step up and offer himself as ball carriers, because Michael's haven't really had a huge amount of possession and haven't built many phases. They've generally been defending for most of the game. It was a great bit of scramble defence from Belvedere out wide, because Michaels are getting the ball to Witt there and to Mark O'Brien, who's very quick, but they use the touchline as an extra defender and force a turnover.
injury again. To Belvedere.
Put them on the line so you open up a bit.
Some running repairs.
No, not yet.
It's been a hugely physical game so far. Patrick Lysett just getting some attention, I think, after that attempted tackle that he made on the loose head. Jack Boyle, he seemed to go down momentarily, but he's bounced back up again now. Goes and consults with his out half, Justin Leonard. Now, Sinnott with the throw. There you go to Soroka again. That's worked really well for them today. Line out functioning brilliantly. Counter drive coming in from Michaels, putting pressure on them.
Come out. No, zone.
Nice now. It's there for him. Will he go for the box kick? No, he puts it back outside.
25.
Forward by John Marr.
Now 20.
Soroka puts it out to Cagney.
Tackle.
Belvedere just working this clock down.
Come on!
To get to the half time mark.
Yeah, time.
Time is the call, so Lysett will look to get his hands on that and kick it out. And that's what he does. And as we hit the half-time mark, it's been a solid performance by Belvedere, playing into that wind. Tries by Andrew Sinnott and Dylan O'Grady have given them a 10-3 lead over St. Michael's.
This is our defining moment. Our chance to take back our country. Our chance to shape history.
Tom Clancy's The Division 2, out March 15th. Pre-order now. Play it on the world's most powerful console.
It was very unusual. They could have taken anything, but they only took the Jameson. Nothing else. Why? Taste. That's why.
At Expedia, you can book your flight, hotel, car hire, and activities all in one place. Expedia. Atoll protected.
Team Alpha, look sharp. Sightings of undead in your area. Keep them out of your safe zone at all costs.
There are huge numbers of undead heading your way. All teams under attack.
Here they come!
Don't forget tonight on Free Sports there is live French Cup football as Vitre take on Nantes. Tomorrow we are back with Champions Cup pool from 7, and there are 2 live Serie A games on Sunday on Free Sports, including Fiorentina and Lazio from 7:25. And we'll be back on March 17th live from the RDS on Free Sports for the Bank of Ireland Leinster Rugby Senior Schools Cup Final. Kick-off is at 2 p.m. We'll get another look at those tries from Belvedere in the first half. A great line out from Andrew Sinnott and good patience from him. Gets himself to the back of that maul. And the forwards don't panic, and neither does Andrew Sinnott. And he barrels over into the corner for that first try. And then a good piece of play from the scrum sees Lysett find Soroka with a good move. And then watch for the hands of Coleman here as he flicks that ball brilliantly on to Dylan O'Grady for that score in the corner. Neither tries were converted by Belvedere in this tricky, windy conditions. And Michaels did manage to get themselves a penalty, which meant that the sides went in at half-time 10 points to 3. And Bernard, you know, Michaels, we said it earlier, they're not quite performing as we would have expected so far in this game.
No, they aren't, and I think, fairness to Belvedere, they're doing a job on them at a set piece. They've gone after their scrum. Belvedere's line-out's been rock solid. Don't forget that Michael's got a huge amount of possession from the Blackrock line-out in the previous round, and they've been starved of possession. We haven't been able to see the likes of Chris Cosgrave getting on the ball, getting the ball to Ed Kelly or Andrew Smith in space, because they just haven't had any real periods of possession in the right areas of the field. So they'll obviously look to rectify that. They'll be glad to get into the dressing room, I think, and get some key messages from their coaches.
We did mention that wind, it's certainly there, and Belvedere have the advantage of that wind in this second half as they play from left to right. It will be St. Michael's who get this second half underway in the form of Niall Carroll.
Belvo. You guys good?
Referee just checking things. Says to Carroll, everyone is good, and he goes long down that right side. It's taken well and sent back down the pitch. Carroll gets it out to Gilsonan, who uses O'Kelly on his outside. Kelly goes into heavy traffic there, brought to ground. Well, by Belvedere. Gilsonan now passes it out to Fish, to Carroll, to Cosgrave. Good ball by him to that outside channel. A big step back inside to find some space and keep that ball alive. Gilsonan pins it on to Fish, looking to make amends for his earlier yellow card. A little bit isolated there. Looks like Conor Cagney may have gotten his hands on it, but referee was playing advantage for Belvedere, not getting away from that tackle on Edward Kelly on the right wing. And Cosgrave now is handed the ball and told, okay, get us into the corner. And he responds with an outstanding kick to do just that.
Much quicker, okay?
Yeah, Michael's just getting that ball out to Kelly. He's very quick, and he just gets away with the touchline. Look, the footwork, and Patrick Lysa gets caught, not rolling away quick enough for the referee's liking. And Michael's having a great chance now to get a score.
Lee Byrne finds Jack Ginnan.
No, Zach, ball for him.
Stopped well on this occasion by Belvedere, though.
Balls up, balls up.
Balls out is the call. Take a drive from the Michaels forwards. Gilsonan goes digging, shifts it out towards Stephen Woods. He's driven back well. Big tackle coming in there on the second row. It's taken forward by Boyle. Great touch out the back from him. James Power couldn't take it, but it went backwards. So Michaels still have the advantage. Jack Ginnan, pick and drive from him. Goes towards those posts. Captain Mark Hernan on the ball. He's hit backwards.
Stay back.
On comes Fish now. Big leg drive from the second row.
Advantage.
Better this from Michaels. Shifts it out. Carroll tries to get it all the way out to O'Brien. The defensive cover is there, but Cosgrave gets on the end of that offload from O'Brien. Carroll
still playing advantage, 14 offside.
Still playing advantage. Ginnan takes it forward, but he's tackled. Gilsonan moves it a little bit wider. Now there's space on the outside if they can get it there. Fish drops the shoulder. He's met well by John Marr. Boyle lines himself up. In comes. Fantastic line from Michaels.
Let it go, Bravo.
Back against the grain.
Stay there. Yeah.
Just held short of the line. Pick and drive is on again from Ginnan.
No!
Belvedere defence really getting stretched now.
No advantage.
Being tested. And tested so much that they find themselves in an offside position.
14 offside.
And this is a tricky decision now. Do they take the 3 points? They do. Referee, or should I say Captain Mark Hernan comes in and makes that decision. Gives it to the referee. They want to take their 3 points and ease their way back in. What a drive that was, coming back on the angle. Who said Prop Jack Boyle? I think it was.
Yeah, it was Boyle again, but you know, that's the Michaels that we expected to see. Just building phase has been really dynamic on the gain line, and it took unbelievable defence from Belvedere to hold him out there. So committed. I thought there was a huge hit from Big Cormac Yalloway to stop the momentum at one stage, but Michael's delighted with 3 points here.
And Chris Cosgrave strikes that trusty right boot of his straight through the ball and makes no mistake about adding the 3 points. And this is exactly the start that Michaels would have wanted to this second half. They've had some possession, they've used the ball well, they've found some gaps in the Belvedere defence, and they've responded with a score early in this second half. Now Leonard with the restart. Goes to the left-hand side of the pitch this time. It's taken well by Gannon. He places the ball back. Gilsonan now comes in. Boyle lines himself up again for another run. On goes the loose head prop. Another big drive coming in from him, running over Jed Jones. Mark Hernan sets himself at the base of that.
Use it!
Alongside James Power, Gilsonan puts a little dink in over the top. It's well covered on this occasion by Belvedere though. Matt Grogan in the right position. Cagney goes forward. He offloads to Jed Jones. Ball is placed. Lycett now gives it to Leonard. Leonard tries to play the territory. Puts a long one there, but Conor Gilsonan drops back to that position to cover it. Smith now. Little show and go from him. Finds some space on the outside. Good break from Andrew Smith. He's still going forward. Fantastic run from the fullback. Still going. They can't take him down. Falling off tackles everywhere. Ball available. They move it out. Fish to Carroll to Cosgrave. He's found space on the outside. The pass comes to Gannon. He's got O'Brien on his outside, and he didn't keep the pass. Through a dummy instead. The cover tackle came in brilliantly from Mulvaney to make the hit on him, but it's still Michaels. Carroll has it now, gives it to his hooker Andrew Sinnott, or Lee Barron should I say. Now Carroll goes forward. He runs into some big forwards, and Owen Rutledge has him in his grasp. Releases the call from the referee though. Ball's available. Gilsonan now has got Fish on his outside. Fish puts it out the back. Good break from him. On goes Will Hickey. Brilliant pass to Gannon. This time Gannon gives the pass, and Chris Cosgrave is on his outside shoulder to take the perfect pass from his background forward and dots the ball down just shy of underneath the post. And this is more of what we've come to expect from Michaels. All starting with an incredible break from Andrew Smith from fullback. Yeah,
Andrew Smith is a launch pad there. He made 35 metres. You see, he refuses to get tackled here. Gets another 5 or 6 metres, and Belvedere are all honeypot to the breakdown, and there's space on the outside. We just see here they're starting to play that little ball out the back now of a forward pod, and really good hands from the forwards, bump off, and great link up play to get Cosgrave in under the post.
And Simon Kelly was so important in the whole build-up of that one. He had a little show and grow, step back inside, but most importantly got his hands free and managed to get that offload to his number 8 Will Hickey, who flicked it on to Jack Gannon, and this time Gannon timed the pass perfectly on the outside to Chris Cosgrave, who just was not getting stopped from that distance. Superb score for Michaels, and Cosgrave now with the opportunity to add the 2 points to his own try. And he strikes it well. The wind, it was sailing towards the posts, and a real indication of just how strong that wind is. Looked for all the world like it was sailing between the 2 posts, and at the last minute was blown off course by a strong gust and just went to the right hand post. Simon Murphy for Belvedere has gone off injured. And now Belvedere find themselves with a task to do, and they're getting a little bit loose. The Michaels' tails are up a little bit. Good chase from them. Lycett ordering his players to get out a little bit wider. Soroka tries to get them back involved again. Carried forward. Backwards by Flood. Backwards is the call from the referee. Fish comes in. and gets those big mitts of his around Marr to drive him back. Michael's defence well organised, biding their time. Cagney picks and goes around the corner. He's tackled by James Power. Up they go again through the middle in the form of Soroka. But he's closed down quickly by the Michaels defence. Cagney again. James Power.
No, 7!
The replacement tight head coming in to make that hit. Leonard shifts it on. It finds some space on the outside, but there's not. Oh, what an offload! That is, and the step comes in. Oh, a double step from Mulvaney as he tried to come around that corner. Great momentum here as Coleman takes it forward. Lycett chips it out to Soroka. Cagney now with the run. On goes the tight head prop. Desperate defence coming in here from Michaels. Lycett puts it outside to Mulvaney. In from the side, number 7, Captain Aaron Coleman is the call from referee Nigel Carl.
7 black, side in.
When Belvedere looked to have broken down that Michaels defence and found a way through, critical error.
That was a brilliant piece of play by Belvedere. I thought they were overplaying their hand a little bit with a strong wind in their own half, just playing a little one-out runners, but eventually they get the ball wide, and we just see it here. To be able to get away down this touchline, great fend, great skill set, and great inside support. And he tries to make the big step. Eventually the defence get him, but you know, Belvedere, that's the kind of play Belvedere can bring to the game.
Yeah. Replacement Keane Rogers with that big run.
Sorry.
Bringing Belvedere right back up into the Michaels half. Michaels have it now though, and they're just trying to sap the energy out of the Belvedere forwards, keeping it tight. Ball is there for Lee Barron. He gives it back to Gilson, who puts up, launches a huge Gary Owen, which just goes forward.
Touch me. Last play off loose.
It actually went forward from the referee. A little bit of confusion there. And certainly John Marr felt that he was away.
Hold on a second.
But I think that replay shows that it did just come slightly forward from John Marr as he tried to get it. He was a bit, his line of sight was blocked by the chasing Michaels forwards.
I know, sorry, I didn't hear
Robert Gilson is a quality box kicker, and it shows you how strong the wind is. Like we saw for the missed conversion from Cosgrave, how it's holding the ball up in the air there. It's very hard for Michaels to exit into that wind through the kick, so they're maybe going to have to play a little bit more ball in hand and be prepared to actually have some possession in the wrong area of the field.
That'd be the message that should come on from Coach Massey to Hakaraina to his Belvedere players. Let's play some territory. We've got that wind. Get Justin Leonard and Patrick Lycett to start launching some bombs or playing into the corner and put the pressure back on Michaels. Yeah,
definitely. I think the problem is that the last time they kicked long to Andrew Smith, he returned it with interest, and they got to maybe try and avoid him or make sure their line integrity and their kick chase is better. But I definitely think that Belvedere can use this wind and put a squeeze on St. Michael's by getting into their 22 a little bit quicker.
Substitution being made here by Belvedere as Connor Kelly comes in.
Okay, time on.
Adds quite a bit of bulk to that back row for Belvedere.
Crouch. Bind. Set. Hold up next. Keep that up. Keep up.
Cormac Yellowway making way for him. Gilson puts it out to Carroll. They go on the outside to Cosgrave. Good ball back inside, but it's just gone forward. And now advantage over on goes Mulvaney. Big pickup from him. Ball is there, taken forward by the substitute. Connor Kelly makes another couple of meters. Lycett down the blind side. Support is there. Good clear out by Belvedere. Michaels desperately trying to defend this one. Ball is still alive. They're still going forward.
8-8.
Will Hickey is told to get out of the way. Pick and drive comes from Soroka. Fish brings him to the ground.
No.
Kelly now looking for a drive. Gets his low body position in. That one's held up a little bit.
Let it go, let it go.
And it goes a call from the referee. It's gone forward, and it's a penalty for hands in the ruck.
Ruck's formed, no hands.
Ruck had been formed. It's a clear call from referee Nigel Carl. He made no mistake about letting the players know. They didn't release though. And now Belvedere with a decision.
Okay, let's go.
Decide they're going to go for the corner. Patrick Lysett sticks that one right into the corner, so there'll be a 5-metre line out. And as we said, the line out has functioned well so far for Belvedere, as has the line out maul, and one has to feel that that man Soroka will be the target, and the maul could well be the outcome from this line out. They go to the front instead. It's taken well. Line out now functioning well. Sinnott has got his hands on the ball at the back. Cagney's trying to find him in it. He's got it. He's not far away now, Cagney. They're being patient. He's got left, Cagney. He's got left, and he's scored. Waited until it opened up in front of him. Didn't panic. A well-worked line out again from Belvedere, putting Soroka almost like a dummy towards the back. And instead, going towards the front. And look at the patience here, Bernard.
Yeah,
waiting for it to open up in front of them from Cagney.
Yeah, it was sacked at the front of the line out illegally, so they're playing advantage. But you got to be impressed by the way Belvedere have stayed patient, as you said, and rebuilt that ball. And then Cagney, you know, once he saw he was one-on-one with the back, there was no stopping him from that range. He's incredibly powerful.
And it's just the response that Belvedere needed, having conceded that try to Michaels in the form of Chris Cosgrave. Mr. Leonard now with a very difficult kick for a left-footed kicker from that left-hand side. Drills it low, but it's well to the left, and he fails to add the 2 points. As Belvedere make another change and bring on Matthews Gelinski for Hugh Flood. Now Carl with the restart, and Michaels will desperately want to find a way back into this, but their cause won't be helped by that one going straight out on the full, and it'll be a scrum back on the halfway line, middle of the field for Belvedere.
Yeah, the wind is playing havoc with the kicking game from both teams, whether it's off the ground or out of the hand, and very, very difficult to manage because it seems to be, obviously it's with Belvedere, but it seems to be swirling around as well down there on pitch side.
Lots of fresh legs now coming in for both teams.
Crouch.
Michaels taking off Mark O'Brien and bringing on Roland van der Acker.
There, yeah, let's get straight.
Pressure coming in from Michaels. Ball is there and available for Belvedere though. Soroka goes down the left to Leonard, who shifts it back inside. Oh, what a ball back inside that is. The stepping Jennings trying to find a way through, but again Belvedere making so much groundwork and breaking the way through.
I want you to drive straight.
But as soon as they hit the deck, just knocking the ball forward.
Yeah, St. Michael's are really targeting that ball. It's a nice scrum move. We see Leonard just going across, a little double switch inside pass, and you know, one-on-one with Smith here. I think Smith does really well. He holds him up, and then just as he's going to ground, he rips it and forces the knock on. So excellent defence from the fullback.
Cian Rogers really has made a huge impression since he's come in. He's a handful, and Michaels are struggling to try and get him tackled.
Bind. Set.
Wilson with the put in.
Straight for two.
Steady scrum from Michaels. It's gone up though, it's stepped up. Referee calls it back. It will always happen at schools level. In the front rows pop up.
Stay down and stay straight.
They'll be called back. Clear call coming in from the ref.
Let's go.
Stay down and stay straight.
Yeah.
Belvedere won't mind this at all. They'll be happy to just
time off,
run down the clock.
Yeah, I think this is a real test of St. Michael's against Blackrock. They were out in front, for the whole game. They had the lead. Here they've been behind at half-time. They've got back in front, but Belvedere have reacted immediately and have a 4-point lead here. And with the wind, it's going to be difficult to construct good attacking play. So it's a really big test for St. Michael's composure and their ability of their leaders to stand up like Gilson now to get on the ball and make sure that he has a big part to play in his last half an hour.
Bind. Set.
Here we go again from the scrum. Gilson with the put in. They work it back. The pressure comes on from Belvedere, but illegally so, says referee Corral. Loose head straight in is the call. Replacement Gilinski driving in against James Power and handing an opportunity here to Chris Cosgrave to make some good ground, albeit into the wind with that kick. And he's done well into that stiff breeze. He brings play just shy of the halfway line. We'll see it again here.
Yeah, there's huge pressure coming from Belvedere, as it has been all game, but I think the loose head just kicked his hips a little bit and was too rapid on the left-hand side.
B. Barron now with that wind and the flag behind him. You can see clearly how strong it is. Difficult for the hooker to throw. Goes for Ganad, but it didn't go to hand, and it's knocked forward by St. Michael's. And now Belvedere through Gilinski take it forward. Cagney comes around the corner. He's tackled well by John Fish.
Tackle. Fine, leave
it's
him
there for Lycett. Soroka now. He puts his head down and tries to make another meter. They go on the blind side. Lycett to Cagney. Steps back inside. Power comes in with the tackle to stop him.
Come on.
Lycett to the replacement. Gilinski. Good break from the loose head prop. Ball's available. Better work here now as Conor Kelly goes forward. Soroka takes on the role of the 9.
Tackle! Tackle!
He's driven back 2 meters though. Lycett to Leonard. With the ball back inside. Well played to John Marr. But again, Jack Ganal getting in there, getting his hands on the ball, forcing that turnover.
Yeah, that's a huge turnover for St. Michael's because Belvedere were actually starting to get a little bit of momentum. They brought on some real power off the bench through Gilinski and Conor Kelly, and added to the guys who were already big ball carriers from the likes of Cagney and Sirocco. They're starting to make little dents in the St. Michael's defensive line, but a huge turnover and great technique at the breakdown.
Yeah, and since they had that fantastic try from Chris Cosgrave, Michael's have been starved of possession somewhat. So in equal measure, as we said about Belvedere not needing to panic and maybe playing some territory, I think the same could be said of Michael's. They just need to try and go through some phases, maintain possession for a little while, because we saw how dangerous they are when they do that.
Yeah, it's very difficult to kick high, but I think they can definitely get the ball to the edge and put the ball down along the touchline through those grubber kicks and just get into Belvedere's half and force some pressure, because Michael's defence is very aggressive and he will force turnovers.
Chris Cosgrave now will be the one who kicks the touch. He's got a fantastic kick, the young outside centre, and he puts another terrific kick, tremendous kick into that wind to bring play to 5 meters outside the Belvedere 22, and a huge attacking opportunity here for Michaels. The throw is taken quickly. Fish takes it down. Carroll now has it. They put it on the outside. Joe Kelly. He goes into a tackle. Gilson flicks it back inside to Jack Boyle. He places the ball available. It looks like Belvedere are offside. Referee says it's okay. Carroll now puts it out to Cosgrave. Good step from him, but he's isolated now. Needs some support. Good defence coming in there from Kelly of Belvedere.
Bind in.
Wilson then cuts it out to Hernan. Has he managed to hold on to it? Has it gone backwards? No. Knock on, says the referee. They'll be playing advantage. Belvedere have it. And that pass to the captain, Mark Hernan, just that little bit too far in front of him, and he had to stretch, and he couldn't hold on to it. We'd see it here from Gilson. The pass comes, and it's just that bit in front of him. Probably could have taken it,
I'm off.
but he was reaching and always off balance. And that knock on again hands the initiative. Having just said, Bernard, that they need to maintain possession and go through some phases, handing possession back softly like that to Belvedere is the last thing that they wanted.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Belvedere's defensive players are getting off the line now. They know that Michaels are a little bit stressed and are making some errors, and are putting a lot of pressure on them, which is forcing those little handling errors that Michaels probably didn't have against Blackrock or probably been making all season. They've had a very good, successful friendly season and come in here in big form.
Okay, good.
Well, Kellen Mulvaney for Belvedere is struggling badly with cramp, it seems, every opportunity. We do see some of that often with players when they're playing on the 4G or artificial surfaces. They do tend to cramp up that little bit more. And he's getting running repairs. No doubt Belvedere will be thinking of clearing their lines here and trying to find a way to get back down into Michael's territory. Cian Rogers, the very dangerous replacement fullback.
17!
But this time it goes to Leonard, and this time Leonard makes the mistake, uncharacteristically so, and puts that one out in the full, misjudging that one perhaps. The wind going against him on this occasion.
He's been excellent, Leonard, but I think he'll regret not just kicking that longer. With the wind, he could have definitely turned Michael's wing.
Good line out again. Sinnott finds Fish. It's shipped on to Will Hickey. He goes in to the tackle of Rutledge. Gilsonan now to Gannan. Oh, great ball outside to Andrew Smith. Smith, who's so difficult to tackle, puts a beautiful pass back on the outside. They're all over the line, but big tackle coming in from Soroka to hold Michaels up mid-air. Where is it? Says Will Hickey. Referee says it's there. It can be used. The drive is on. Gannan is there. Hickey's assisting him, but it's still short. You can see the ball now. Comes back on the Michaels side. The drive is on. Boyle that time held short. Power now will have a go. He's met with resilient defence from Belvedere. On they go again. He's reached for the line and he's carried it over. And referee Nigel Curl perfectly paced on that occasion to see Mark Hernan reach for the line. Looked like he'd been held short, but they didn't stop. Watch it here again. In comes the drive. Just held short on that occasion, but momentum and movement allowing him to reach for it. And in fact, it's the hooker Lee Barron who's been involved and had such a fantastic game so far today, who manages to find himself over the line on that occasion. And what a try that is, Bernard.
Brilliant try. I think when things are going bad, you need to have something in your locker as a launching pad, and they played a little power play, that little wrap around back to 9 to Gilson, and they put Edward Kelly down the right hand side, and he has such pace, and he's just held up short. But in fairness to the Michaels forwards, they didn't panic. They got in, picked and went until they got over the line.
Now Chris Cosgrave from the right hand side of the pitch into the wind, strikes it well. Has he made it? And again the woodwork comes into play. We saw it with Justin Leonard earlier, and we've seen it again with Cosgrave as he hits the post and doesn't get the conversion. And Belvedere ringing the changes now as Gavin Murray comes on with Bill Jennings to bring fresh legs into this Belvedere attack as they're 1 point behind. Leonard with the restart goes towards Simon O'Kelly, well taken by him, but the tackles come in from Belvedere. Gilsonan now puts it back outside to Jack Boyle, the loose head prop.
No hands.
Gilsonan. It's a great leg drive from Hernan, the captain, making that extra metre, refusing to go to ground.
Use it!
Gilsonan now hoists one. It hangs in the air, it hangs in the wind, and it's taken by Cian Rogers brilliantly. Ball's presented, Lycett now looks to go left. He's talking to his forwards, wants them to take it up. On goes Jennings. Lycett to Cagney. Cagney drops the shoulder. It's tackled well by Lee Barron. Leonard now uses his forwards, but a little bit isolated. Michael's defence coming in really well. Lycett now to Leonard, who seemed to be directing traffic. Didn't look like he was ready for that one. Lycett now going back to Cagney. And Belvedere just looking a little bit like they're running out of ideas. But this time, John Fish coming in from an offside position, giving away a pretty simple penalty and giving Belvedere a golden opportunity to play some territory and get down into the Michaels half.
Yeah, you can just see Leonard and Lycett were just having a little chat there. He definitely didn't want that ball. He's very lackadaisical behind the breakdown. He likes to let the forwards take 2 or 3 pick and goes or 2 or 3 hit ups before he wants it. And I definitely think there's opportunities there if he gets that ball in his hand a little bit quicker, because he's a talented player. But that was a soft penalty for Michaels to give away, because Belvedere weren't really going anywhere.
They weren't, and the Michaels defence seems to be growing as this game progresses, from a point where it had been a somewhat slow start for them. They've gotten themselves right into this game, and obviously
you guys good?
Leading by a point at this stage, but they seem to be in the ascendancy defensively, so there didn't seem to be any real need to give that penalty away and hand the initiative back to Belvedere. But Justin Leonard now, with ball in hand, has an opportunity to launch one into the corner, and he makes sure of it. Brings play right up to the Michaels 22. And a golden attacking opportunity here. Key that the line out, which has functioned so well for Belvedere today, does so again. Andrew Sinnott in that hooker role gets the call from Galinski, the replacement loosehead. Soroka goes towards the front, and he is the target, and they take it well at the front. They try to set that maul up again, but Michaels are organised well in defence. It's there for Lycett. He's going to have to use it. He's been pulled back in by Gannan. He's got his hand on his jersey and he's dragged him in, and that's clever play by Gannan. It's done enough to slow down that attack from Belvedere, but they still have it, and ball's available. Michaels can't afford to give away a penalty in this area. Sinnott now places it back. They go through the forwards again. No is the call from the referee. On they go. And it's been knocked on in the tackle by Aaron Coleman, the captain, as he took that drive around the corner. It appeared to just go forward. I didn't see it myself, but the referee did, and he was in a much better position than we are. And Michaels will be thrilled with that turnover, and you can see what it means to Jack Gannan as he stands up. Energizers, Matt Williams used to call them years ago. Those moments in a game that lift the team and get you towards the end and pull out energy that you didn't think was there.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, Michaels will be delighted to get to force the knock on there, because Belvedere were starting to get a little bit of momentum, but it's a dangerous lead for Michaels. 1 point, and
Michaels will be good.
With a strong wind behind him, you'd fancy Belvedere, Justin Leonard, to be able to actually convert an opportunity for anywhere inside the 10 if he connects correctly with it. So Michaels will be looking to just exit here now and try and finish the game down in the Belvedere half.
Outside.
Still 6 minutes to go. Of the second of the Leinster Schools Cup Semi-Final between Belvedere and St. Michael's. Michael's holding on to the thinnest of leads. Gilson puts it out to Carroll. He puts the shoulder down. It was Kelly, in fact. Fish now drops the shoulder and drives forward. Gilsonen gets it out to hooker Lee Barron. He looks to make another meter, and Michaels now will just want nothing else than to hold on to possession.
Touch.
Trying to get that little dink in over the top. It's touched on this occasion. Belvedere players going for it. No clear call. But again,
on your feet, off your feet.
somebody lying, and it was
Right.
Mark Hernan, I think, lying in an offside position, playing the ball on the ground. And after all the hard work that Michaels had gone through to get that turnover, they hand the initiative back to Belvedere again, and Justin Leonard with a chance to kick for the corner. Strikes it well. Doesn't take too much of a risk. Doesn't try and go for too much distance. Just makes sure that he has gotten his touch.
Yeah, some soft penalties from Michaels are just giving Belvedere opportunities to have back-to-back attacking sets, and that's dangerous for Michaels, because Belvedere have shown once they spend time in this half, they're very, very good at converting it.
Throw goes to Soroka, it's off the top. Taken forward, Kelly juggles but manages to hold on. Good work by the replacement back row, but that pass, and you can see the wind coming into effect there. Now Rowan van der Akker tries to find a way on the outside. Jack Ginan gets it to Hickey, to Carroll, who sees all that space in behind, can't resist, but it's held up. It's bounced awkwardly, and it's tidied up well by John Maher. And Belvo have possession again. Need to find a way to get into that, Michaels. Cagney, the tireless tight head prop, tries to find a way through. Kelly now, the replacement back row, drops the shoulder, makes a meter. The ball's available. Soroka goes in there. Leonard coming in to the 9 position. He passes it out. Tomorrow, that's a brilliant pass from him to find space on the outside. They want to try and get it to that man, Cian Rogers, because he's the one that's been the danger man since he's come on to find some space. They go down that blind side. Tackled well by Michaels. Cagney forms the bridge. Kelly helps him. They move it out now, Belvedere. Soroka has to drop, to go to ground as the tackle comes in. Leonard stands in that 9 position. Oh, and this time Maher just takes his eye off the ball at a crucial moment and knocks it on. Standing, filling in that 10 position. Just taking his eye off the ball as it was coming towards him to see where he was going to pass it. We see it again here, Bernard.
Yeah, I think Son slightly ate his eyes, and just the pressure from St. Michael's. Michael's had managed to slow that ball down, had her defensive line set, and we're just getting up in his face. But again, some brilliant play down the left-hand side from Belvedere to get out of their own half, and they look so dangerous when they break from deep.
The coach, Emmett McMahon, there in that shot, looking very nervous as his team hang on to the slimmest of leads here in Energia Park in this Leinster Senior Schools Cup semi-final. 3 minutes to go. His team, St. Michael's, have possession. They've come from behind in this match and worked their way into the lead in what's been a thrilling game of rugby. And can they just maintain possession to bring themselves to the end and earn themselves a final place on St. Patrick's Day against Gonzaga College?
Just concentrate, put it in straight. Let's go.
All these precious moments from a Belvedere point of view, the clock ticking away. It will be frustrating for them, but for Michael's fans,
crouch,
they'll love every second of it.
Bind. Set.
Now, Gilsonen with the put in.
Hold.
It's there.
Now we're coming.
Hickey leaves it to Gilsonen. Cosgrave puts it in behind. It's a good kick from him. But this man Rogers is dangerous when he gets the ball. Show and go from him. Tries to find a way down that blindside channel. But it looks like Mark Hernan may have gotten in there. And what a turnover that is from the Michaels captain. Carroll dinks one in behind, trying to find a way. Oh, Rowan van der Acker just reaching for that one, but unable to take it. And Belvedere have possession back again. Marr gives it to Cagney. He goes forward once more. Leonard in the 9 position, gives it to Soroka. Marr now has it. They're trying to get that ball out on the outside. The danger man, Keane Rogers, is standing out there. And they've turned it over. And St. Michael's have once again found a way to get in there. Mark Hernan alongside Stephen Woods, getting in amongst that ruck, getting their hands on the ball and forcing that turnover. And will that be enough, Bernard?
Yeah, I think so. In fairness, you have to credit St. Michael's in the last couple of minutes. They put in 2 brilliant crossfield kicks just to turn Belvedere and then trusted their defensive line. They tackle low and then they get in over the ball, and it's a key turnover. Could be the match-winning moment for St. Michael's.
And Chris Cosgrave now, who's kicked flawlessly all day, puts his foot to that one. And that one's just gone short, been kept in. Now, can Rogers find a way through? He's tackled well by Edward Kelly to pin him back 6 meters from his own line. And this is exactly where Michaels will want to finish this game out. Cagney looks to go forward. The hooker, Andrew Sinnott, has it. Leonard now passes it out to his forwards. The blue line stands firm. This will be the last phase of play. Belvedere will have to score from almost their own try line if they're to win this semi-final encounter. Leonard screams at his forwards to get around the corner and give him some options. Coleman takes it forward again. Leonard, and they go for it out along the line. In come the tackles, bodies flying in from Michaels, trying to turn that one over. Cagney to Marr, is shipping out along. Kelly now, the replacement back row, tries to find a way through. He slips through the tackle of Will Hickey. Come on! The ball is there available. Michaels are on it. Release, says the ref. Leonard puts it back out to John Marr, who's standing in that 10 position. Release, blue is the call from the referee. Leonard again to Soroka. He hasn't stopped trying. Cagney is standing outside Leonard. He takes it forward, steps back inside the 10, Niall Carroll. But he's tackled around the ankles. And Belvedere can't find a way through this Michael's defence. There's a great ball on the outside to O'Grady. Kelly comes in now, clears it off. Leonard puts it to Soroka. He makes another half a metre, scrambles on. Leonard to Cagney. The tight head forward. Still moving. Leonard puts it out to Marr. It's a good ball. They get it on the outside channel. The step. Across comes Edward Kelly to make the tackle. He marshals them towards that touchline. Somewhat isolated. The Michaels players not giving away penalties. Good discipline from them. Connor Kelly takes it forward. All the time Belvedere making ground, but they know they can't afford to make a mistake. Soroka. On comes Jack Ginan to make the tackle. He puts him down. Leonard. Michael's defence still standing firm as Fish goes in to tackle Aaron Coleman. Cagney. Show and go from the tight head prop. Trying to find a way back in, looking for support. There's tired bodies out there at this stage. And again, John Fish comes in with a huge hit on Alexis Soroka. Leonard to Marr. Steps. James Power brings him down. Will Hickey, in fact. The pod is set on the right. Leonard uses it. Oh, what a hit that is, coming in from Michaels to try and break the ball out of their hands. Cagney is hit hard and low and driven back by Captain Mark Hernan, who's cramping up, as many of the players are. On it goes again. Belvedere. They've gone through 20 phases at this stage. Marr. Grogan runs into Hickey. Still they maintain possession, and still the Michaels line holds firm. Soroka, another 2 meters as we approach 4 minutes of injury time. phenomenal play from Belvedere to maintain possession, but equally so from Michaels to hold that defensive line. Use it as the call from the referee. They do, and Cagney goes forward another metre.
I'll move this like that.
Both teams know that one mistake, and there it is! The turnover has been forced. Mark Hernan is in there alongside Lee Barron. Referee Nigel Curl, right on hand, to say that Belvedere, despite their gallant efforts, have held on too long, and Chris Cosgrave kicks the ball out over the terrace and brings this game to a conclusion. And what a game it was, a game where Michaels started slowly and looked to still be suffering from the fatigue of that game only a week ago against Blackrock. Belvedere looking in control.